Group projects. I think everyone has had at least one bad experience with group projects. In fact, I believe that 99% of experiences with group projects are bad. As for me, I don't even remember ever having a good experience in a group project. Usually you end up in either one of two situations. Either you're stuck with lazy people so you have to do all the work and rush it and the project ends up bad, or your group is way too big and the other members don't listen to you when you tell them they're doing it wrong and the project ends up bad. When I was in primary school, I wanted to enter their talent contest, and some of my friends suggested doing it together. They said, let's do a puppet show, but with Pokemon. And I thought that was a pretty good idea. One guy, let's call him Mario, decided he was the leader and said he'd make the set. He asked another guy, let's call him Luigi, to write a script, and I would read it out and bring my Pokemon figures to use as the puppets. Not exactly a conventional talent, but you know, we were kids and the show didn't really have any rules. On the day of the show, I snuck my figures into school and looked for my friends. Mario was there as well as two other guys. Let's call them Peach and Daisy. And the set looked hideous. It was like two cereal boxes taped together with clumps of newspaper stuck inside it. And the entire thing was covered in black and yellow paint. Wet black and yellow paint. I didn't even say anything, I just gave him this is a joke, right? face. And he said, yeah, I only had these colours and I didn't have time to finish it until this morning. Also, these guys are joining us. What? What are they gonna do? We need people to sit under the table and move the puppets. Speaking of which, that was another thing that nobody had thought about. How are we gonna move the characters around? We just tape them to some pencils. We put holes in the cardboard for the pencil to go through. And then we put the set on top of two tables. And we put the pencils through the gap between them. Eventually the show started and Luigi, our script guy, didn't even show up yet. And we were still taping pencils onto my Pokemon figures. So we had to stay at the back of the room and try to be quiet while the other kids performed. And we were using tape. It was super awkward because everyone kept looking at us and the teacher was visibly irritated. Surprise! Luigi did decide to show up and handed me this crumpled up piece of paper that had what looked like a piece of abstract modern art drawn on it. I may have found it fascinating if it was not the script that I was supposed to be reading out to the whole class. Before I could even utter the words, you heard this on the bus on the way here, didn't you? It was our turn to showcase our talent. As I attempted to solve the cryptic message that was my script, Mario and Peach got under the table. There was no cloth or blanket there to hide them, by the way. On top of that, the audience were all sitting on the floor and could barely see what was going on the actual set. Maybe that was for the better. So I start reading and the guys under the table try to move the puppets in relation to the story, despite not being able to see a single thing that they were doing. Meanwhile, our other two team members just stood there, very awkwardly. So the Charizard was angry because there was another. Okay, I think that's enough. The teacher actually stopped us in the middle of the show because it was that bad. Needless to say, the whole ordeal was very embarrassing, and my Pokemon figures got absolutely plastered in puke-coloured paint. It was truly a traumatic experience. Ever since then, I've always hated group projects, and like I said, I don't think I've ever had a good experience with one. So please, leave your terrible group project stories in the comments. I know you have some. Please let me know if you enjoyed the video with a like, it helps me out more than you might think. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching and have a great day.